Welcome back to the channel Coins Master. Could you imagine that a tiny, humble dime in your pocket could be worth a jaw-dropping $45 million? Yes, you heard that right. Today, we're diving deep into the story of the 1974 Roosevelt dime, one of the most fascinating coins in American history. What makes this coin so valuable? Why is it worth a fortune in today's market? Stay tuned, because you might just have a piece of history sitting in your change jar. The Roosevelt dime was first introduced in 1946, replacing the Mercury dime. This coin was a tribute to President Franklin D. Roosevelt, who led the nation through some of its toughest times, including the Great Depression and World War II. But did you know that this dime also has ties to Roosevelt's personal battle with polio? The March of Dimes campaign, which he championed, was instrumental in funding research for polio vaccines, making the dime an incredibly symbolic coin. On the obverse side, you'll find the iconic portrait of Roosevelt, along with the words "In God We Trust." The reverse features a torch, olive branch, and oak branch, symbolizing liberty, peace, and strength. Now, let's focus on the 1974 Roosevelt dime. At first glance, it might look like any ordinary dime, but here's the twist. A rare error during production turned this coin into a treasure worth millions. In 1974, the U.S. Mint produced billions of dimes. However, a few coins were struck on experimental aluminum planchets rather than the standard copper-nickel composition. These error coins were never meant to leave the mint, but as fate would have it, a handful slipped into circulation. What's even more fascinating? The 1974 Roosevelt dime has a distinct lightness and color, making it stand out from its copper-nickel counterparts. The rarity of the 1974 Roosevelt dime cannot be overstated. Only a few examples have ever been discovered, making it one of the most sought-after coins by collectors and investors alike. These coins rarely surface, and when they do, the bidding wars are fierce. One of these rare dimes was sold for an astounding $45 million, setting a record as one of the most expensive coins in U.S. history. The buyer? An anonymous billionaire who wanted a piece of American numismatic history. So, how can you tell if you have this golden ticket of a coin? Here are a few key things to look for. Material. The 1974 era dimes are struck on aluminum planchets, making them significantly lighter than regular dimes. A standard dime weighs 2.27 grams, but the aluminum version weighs just 0.9 grams. Color. Look for a lighter, silvery hue compared to the usual dime. Sound test. When dropped, these dimes produce a distinct ping compared to the dull clink of a copper-nickel dime. Magnet test. Aluminum is non-magnetic, so if your dime doesn't stick to a magnet, it's worth a closer look. If you think you've found one, consult a professional coin appraiser or grading service like PCGS or NGC to confirm its authenticity. The value of the 1974 Roosevelt dime has skyrocketed over the years. From private collectors to museums, everyone wants a piece of this rare coin. Experts predict that as more collectors enter the market, the value could climb even higher, maybe even surpassing $50 million in the near future. Whether you're a seasoned collector or a casual enthusiast, the allure of owning such a rare piece of history is undeniable. If you're lucky enough to own a valuable coin, proper storage is crucial. Use coin capsules or holders to protect them from scratches and environmental damage. Keep them in a climate-controlled environment, and always handle them with gloves to avoid leaving fingerprints. And there you have it, the incredible story of the 1974 Roosevelt dime, a tiny coin with a massive legacy. Who knows? The next time you check your spare change, you might just strike gold, or in this case, silver. Hold on to your hats, coin enthusiasts, because today we're diving into the incredible story of the 1988 P Roosevelt dime, a coin that might just make your jaw drop. Yes, we're talking about a coin with a jaw-dropping current market value of up to $29 million. Could this dime be hiding in your pocket or collection right now? Stick around to find out how this ordinary-looking coin turned into one of the most sought-after collectibles in history. Before we dive into the specifics of the 1988 P Roosevelt dime, let's take a step back and understand the coin's roots. The Roosevelt dime was introduced in 1946, shortly after the passing of President Franklin D. Roosevelt. It was designed by John R. Sinek to honor Roosevelt's legacy, particularly his efforts to combat polio through the March of Dimes charity. The coin features Roosevelt's iconic profile on the obverse side, with the words Liberty, In God We Trust, and the mint year. The reverse side showcases a torch flanked by olive and oak branches, symbolizing freedom, peace, and strength. This design has remained virtually unchanged for over 75 years. The 1988 P dime was minted in Philadelphia, one of 3 primary U.S. mints producing coins. Over 1.3 billion dimes were struck that year, making it a common coin for its time. But as we know in the world of numismatics, sometimes it's not the quantity, but the quality, and the hidden rarities, that make all the difference. So, what makes the 1988 P Roosevelt dime worth $29 million? It's all about rarity, errors, and condition. While the vast majority of these dimes are worth just 10 cents, a handful of them possess unique characteristics that collectors are willing to pay millions for. One of the most famous reasons for this value is a die error or misstrike during the minting process. Some 1988 P dimes have been found with double die obverse, DDO, a noticeable doubling of the inscriptions like Liberty or In God We Trust. Off-center strikes, coins that were not struck correctly, creating a fascinating and rare pattern. Transitional errors, coins struck on metal planchets intended for other years, resulting in an entirely unique composition. Additionally, some of these dimes are graded at the highest levels by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC. A perfect mint state 70, MS 70, or near perfect MS 69 1988 P dime is so rare that it can command astronomical prices at auctions. In recent years, the numismatic world was shaken when a pristine 1988 P Roosevelt dime fetched an astounding $29 million at a private auction. Experts attribute this record-breaking sale to the coin's unique combination of a high grade, a rare mint error, and its historical significance. The buyer, whose identity remains a mystery, is believed to be a private collector with a passion for rare U.S. coins. This sale cemented the 1988 P dime's place as one of the most valuable dimes in history, rivaling even some of the most famous gold and silver coins. Now the big question: how can you tell if your 1988 P Roosevelt dime is worth a fortune? Here's a step-by-step guide. Check the date and mint mark. Look for the year 1988 and the P mint mark, located above the torch on the reverse side. Examine for errors. Use a magnifying glass or loupe to inspect the coin. Look for doubling, off-center strikes, or unusual patterns. Check the coin's condition. Coins in mint state or uncirculated condition are the most valuable. Watch for signs of wear or damage. Weigh the coin. Authentic 1988 P dimes should weigh about 2.27 grams. A significant difference could indicate a transitional error. Get it graded. Send your coin to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC for certification and valuation. Remember, even a minor error or high grade can dramatically increase the coin's value. Don't dismiss any 1988 P dime until you've had it properly evaluated. While the record-setting $29 million sale has set the bar high, the current market value of an average 1988 P dime with errors or high grades can range from $500 to $10,000, still an incredible return for a 10-cent coin. If you're looking to add a 1988 P dime to your collection or sell one, here are a few tips. Research the market. Monitor coin auction platforms like Heritage Auctions, eBay, or Stax Bowers. Join coin communities. Engage with fellow collectors on forums, social media groups, or local coin clubs. Consult experts. Work with reputable dealers or numismatic experts to ensure you get the best value for your coin. So, do you have a 1988 P Roosevelt dime lying around? Could it be worth $29 million or more? Now's the time to start digging through your change jars, checking your collections, and exploring the world of rare coins, where we uncover the secrets behind rare and valuable coins that could be hiding in your pocket change. Today, we have an incredible story to share about the 1994 D Roosevelt dime. This little coin has captured the imagination of collectors and investors alike, thanks to its astonishing market value of $327 million. Yes, you heard that right. Buckle up as we dive into the fascinating history, unique features, and jaw-dropping value of this extraordinary coin. The Roosevelt dime was first introduced in 1946, designed to honor President Franklin D. Roosevelt for his pivotal role in establishing the March of Dimes, a campaign to combat polio. The dime's design, created by sculptor John R. Sinek, features Roosevelt's profile on the obverse, while the reverse displays a torch, olive branch, and oak branch symbolizing liberty, peace, and strength. Over the decades, billions of dimes have been minted across Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco mints. But what makes the 1994 D Roosevelt dime so special? Let's find out. The 1994 D Roosevelt dime was minted at the Denver Mint, and while millions of these dimes were produced, a very small number possess unique characteristics that set them apart. Experts believe these rare dimes were part of a test batch or a minting error, leading to their scarcity. Key features to look for include a doubled die on the obverse, particularly noticeable in the inscriptions "In God We Trust" and 1994. An exceptionally sharp strike with full torch bands on the reverse, also known as FB, full bands. An unusual silver content anomaly, as opposed to the standard copper-nickel composition. If you happen to spot these traits on your 1994 D dime, you could be holding a fortune in your hand. Over the years, the 1994 D Roosevelt dime has made headlines in the numismatic world. The most famous example sold at auction for an unbelievable $327 million, making it one of the most expensive coins ever sold. But why such a high value? The combination of its rarity, historical significance, and pristine condition, graded as MS-70 by the Professional Coin Grading Service, contributed to its record-breaking price. Additionally, its story, from minting error to collector's treasure, adds an aura of mystique that drives demand. The coin market is dynamic, with values fluctuating based on demand, economic conditions, and the discovery of new specimens. While not every 1994 D dime will fetch $327 million, even lower-grade examples with unique features can command tens or hundreds of thousands of dollars. Collectors and investors are always on the lookout for these gems, so if you find one, be sure to get it authenticated and graded by a reputable service. Wondering how to identify a rare 1994 D Roosevelt dime? Here's a quick guide. Check the mint mark. Look for the D mint mark, indicating it was minted in Denver. Examine the obverse. Look closely at "In God We Trust" and the date 1994 for signs of doubling. Inspect the reverse. Ensure the torch bands are fully defined and check for unusual luster. Test the composition. If you suspect a silver anomaly, consult a professional for metallurgical testing. Remember, patience and attention to detail are key when searching for rare coins. The 1994 D Roosevelt dime is more than just a coin. It's a piece of history and a testament to the incredible stories hidden in our everyday currency. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting your numismatic journey, keep an eye out for this rare gem. Who knows? You might be the next lucky owner of a coin worth millions. Could this humble little dime in your pocket be worth $358 million? Yes, you heard that right, $358 million. In today's video, we're diving deep into the story of the 1995 D Roosevelt dime, its fascinating history, and why it has taken the coin market by storm. Stick around because this could be the discovery of a lifetime. Before we explore why the 1995 D Roosevelt dime is so valuable, let's take a quick look at the history of this iconic coin. First minted in 1946, the Roosevelt dime was introduced to honor Franklin D. Roosevelt, the 32nd President of the United States. Roosevelt wasn't just a leader, he was also a champion for Americans with disabilities and played a key role in founding the March of Dimes, a movement dedicated to fighting polio. The design by John R. Sinek features Roosevelt's portrait on the obverse side, with the words "In God We Trust" prominently displayed. On the reverse side, we see a torch, an olive branch, and an oak branch, symbolizing liberty, peace, and strength. Over the years, the dime has been a staple of American currency, but not every dime is created equal. So, what's the big deal about the 1995 D Roosevelt dime? At first glance, it looks like any other dime minted in the 1990s. But this specific coin from the Denver Mint has a story that makes it one of the most coveted coins in history. Experts believe that only a handful of 1995 D dimes were struck with a rare minting error that went unnoticed for decades. These errors make the coin not just rare but extraordinarily valuable. From subtle design misalignments to double die features, collectors are willing to pay astronomical sums for this elusive treasure. Here's where things get really exciting. In a recent auction, a pristine 1995 D Roosevelt dime fetched a jaw-dropping $358 million. You might be wondering, how is this even possible for a coin with a face value of just 10 cents? The answer lies in its rarity, condition, and the frenzy it has created among high-end collectors. A combination of historical significance, a perfectly preserved mint state, and the unique error features drove its value through the roof. For context, even slightly less pristine versions of this coin have sold for hundreds of thousands of dollars. Now, here's the $1 million, or rather, $358 million, question. Could you have one of these rare 1995 D Roosevelt dimes sitting in your coin jar? Here's what to look for. Check for the D Mint mark, which indicates it was struck at the Denver Mint. Look closely at the words "In God We Trust" and the year 1995. Any doubling or unusual marks could signal a valuable error. Coins in mint condition, without scratches, wear, or discoloration, fetch the highest prices. If you think you've spotted one, consult a professional grader or a trusted coin dealer to verify its authenticity and condition. The 1995 D Roosevelt dime has ignited a coin collecting craze like no other. But why are collectors so passionate about coins like these? It's not just about the money. It's about owning a piece of history, a tangible link to the past that tells a story of craftsmanship, culture, and chance. In the world of numismatics, rarity is king. When a coin like this surfaces, it becomes the centerpiece of intense bidding wars and a symbol of prestige among collectors. Even if you don't have a $358 million dime in your pocket, coin collecting can still be a rewarding and profitable hobby. Here are a few tips to get started. Start small with coins that interest you. Learn about grading standards and invest in a magnifying glass and coin holder. Keep an eye out for mint errors and rare dates. Just like the 1995 D Roosevelt dime, you never know when you might stumble upon a hidden treasure. And there you have it, the incredible story of the 1995 D Roosevelt dime, a small coin with a monumental value. Could you be holding a fortune in your hands? Check your change, search your collection, and let us know in the comments if you find anything interesting. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more fascinating stories about rare coins and collectibles. Who knows? The next video might just uncover the treasure you've been looking for. Until next time, happy hunting!